Hello, welcome to another exciting time on my blooming TV. Today I'm going to be showing you how to care for your braids and a few styles you can do with your braids. Now, as a hairstylist, I get this question all the time. How do I care for my braids? Do I wash it every week? Or what product can I use for it? So I'll be showing you some things you should be doing every day and some things you can do once a week and what routine you should be doing at night time. Sit back, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll be right back and we'll get straight into this tutorial. Welcome back. So I'm going to start this by showing you what I do before I go to bed. This will help to preserve your braids and ensure it's not all over the place. Okay, so for nighttime, I use this breathable cap. I know some of you like to use your satin bonnet, but this one has worked for me for decades. So what I do, I just put my hair in a loose ponytail. You see that? There's no tension or anything. And I just bring it up. So I bring it up so that everything enters into my cap. Okay? And then I'll just put this on like so. So this will just help to secure your braids and contain them, and that way you just have a good night rest. So it is not super tight at all. However, on the first day when I just get my braids done, when it's a little bit sore at the edges, I just move it back a little bit like so, and then you're good to go. So this is great because when you're going to take your shower, you just put your shower cap on and everything fits perfectly. Okay, so that was my nighttime routine for every day. Okay, so now we'll move over to the daily routine. So every day you want to make sure you give your scalp some moisture. So if you want just one product to use every day, then get a braid spray. Any braid spray of your choice will do. The braid spray usually moisturizes and conditions your scalp without giving you buildup. So you can choose any type of braid spray you want. This one I have is the African Royale, and I have used so many different ones. I find they are all the same. It says it moisturizes, it conditions and softens, and then it says it soothes itching. So some of you get very itchy a few days after doing your braid or on the day. You can use this. It says it soothes itching, now with tea tree oil and extract and anti-itch powder. So like I said, you can use any braid spray of your choice. However, if you find your scalp really itchy, maybe it's because it's dry or your braids were too tight, there are products in Sally's or even online that have like the oils you can put on your scalp. So this one you don't need every day. It's just like most times when you just finish braiding your hair and you feel like it's too tight. So you can use an anti-itch relief treatment for your hair. And then another thing I like to do is to use a foam wrap. Now for the foam wrap, you don't have to use this all the time. You can just use it once a week or once in 2 weeks, and this helps to tame the little flyaways that you see this little hairs you have on your braid. The caution here is that whatever product you choose, you want to make sure it's alcohol free. If the product has alcohol in it, then it's going to dry your scalp even more. Now you might say, okay, I use my braid spray every day, but I still find my scalp really dry and I feel like I want to add something else to help moisturize it. I have this conditioner. This one's come in a canister. You just shake them and spray. So this one I only just use once in a while, so it really lasts a long time. This is just a conditioner that adds extra, so you can use both of these daily. However, I only just use this. And when you're spraying your braids, you want to make sure you spray your scalp and the braids. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So this one I have is an ombre black and purple, and at the back here I have an ombre black and silver, you know, just to put a little bit of color into things. I don't know if you can see the silver there. You can see the silver. So now you get your braid spray. So you want to make sure you lift up your braids when you're spraying. That way it reaches your scalp. So shake it and then spray into your scalp. So, and you want to make sure you spray everywhere, like all over. So wherever you're spraying, just lift it up and spray really well. And most time I find this is just enough to moisturize and hydrate my scalp, and then it's not itchy. A lot of times it's itchy because it's dry. So I make sure I get underneath everywhere properly, and then I'll also be spraying the body now. So this will help to refresh the body of your braid, and most of these braid sprays smells really amazing. And then you want to make sure you spray the ends as well, okay? Don't forget the ends. Spray that really well, and then just run your hand through the braids to distribute the product evenly and just to massage your scalp a little bit. So this is my everyday routine. Every single day you just spray and go, okay? So once a week, when you start having the flyaways, you know, this, I don't have a lot because my hair is really short. When you start having the flyaway, then use a little bit of foam wrap or coil mousse. Any foam wrap or mousse we do, take a little bit and just really work and distribute it into your hair. This will help to tame without giving you any crunch. So you do like so, and your braids will look brand new. So like you see, I'm not using a lot. I only use a lot when I just braid the hair to set it with hot water. And then don't forget the ends of your braids. Always work your product into the ends. So I'm just going to use this to do that. I hope you can see that. So I'm working into the ends here. If you feel you need a little bit more, then go in there. It smells so amazing. So your braid is refreshed, good to go. If you feel your scalp is really dry, then feel free to put this in. This one is a little bit more greasy, but you don't need a lot. You can just go in just a little bit. And as you can see, I'm targeting my scalp more than the actual body of my braids. So for those of you who have really dry scalp, this will give you extra nourishment and moisture. And then you finish that by working it into your braid. Now for styling your braids, a lot of people always say, oh, I don't know how I'm going to style it. What am I going to do? Now, one big thing for me is for you to use accessories. Like, there are so many different types of scrunchies available. This one I even made myself. For those of you who crochet, I have a tutorial on my channel. I made this myself, and as you can see, I have used it a lot. So accessories are a game changer, okay? And then another accessory I like for braids is headbands. These ones will save you for those bad hair days when your braids are growing out. Some of you like to carry your braids for 3 or 4 inches out, and headband is a great way to hide all those rough edges. So there are so many different ones. I got this from Amazon, so I can leave a link in my description box. Yes, if you use the link, I'll get a commission, so I'll just leave it there anyway. So I'm just going to be showing you some styles you can do with your braid. Now we can start very simple by you can just part it, okay? Part it and part it anywhere. So right now I'm doing a side part. And as I do that, what I can do is that I have some hair ties here. I can take a little bit like this. I hope you can see that. I can take a little bit like this. Can you see? And just do that. Easy peasy like that. And then you want to make sure you check, rearrange them. Now, I am not one to lay my edges with edge control or anything. But for those of you who like to lay your edges, feel free. What I usually just do, I just use my brush for my powder to do the edge. And for me, that is enough. Now, if you were going to take this one step up, like I said, accessories, you can use this and just put it there like so. You see it? Now it looks really super fancy and it didn't take any effort at all. So you can switch that to whatever you want. And then another way you can also do this is that you can start first using a hair tie and do that. And then you can decide to pull it just halfway, a little bit like so. Okay? You can do that. And again, use your accessories. So I can use this small scrunchie here that I crocheted and just go like this. And it's exactly the same style, but it gives you a whole different look. Okay? So now, or you can actually take more hair. So you can take more hair. So let's say almost half of your braid. This one always helps to secure it better, the little hair ties. So as you can see, I've taken a whole lot more. And then we just, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to use these gorgeous scrunchies here. So I can use even up to 3. So what I mean by that is I'll just go in here, either use 1, okay, so I can either decide to use 1 like so, or add a second one to it. And I just make sure they're, so that is using more hair. You can see that? Okay. So that is doing 2 similar styles, but just using accessories changes everything. Now another style you can do is to put everything in a low ponytail or a high ponytail. So now to do that, you can decide to close your part here and just go all the way back. And of course you can part your hair anywhere, like you can decide to do a very deep part like so, right? So whatever works for you is fine. But for this one, let's just say we're gonna put it all, everything back. Okay. And then we'll have it in a low ponytail. Okay. And I'm going to use this tie here. So you can either do a simple low ponytail where everything comes in. Just make sure you have it like so. And I can use this accessory right here. You see that? Okay. And then the headband can come in handy. So you can use this headband with this. Just make sure you line it properly. You can centralize it, or you can even turn it slightly to the side. How cool is that? All right. So you can see that still the same style, but by just adding a headband, it changes everything. So when your hair is getting really old or almost all the time you're taking it out, headbands, it's a great way to really change up your style. Okay, so now this is a low ponytail, and then what else you can do with this low ponytail is that you can decide to wrap it. Okay, so to wrap this, you can either just grab the whole bun, you can see that, grab the whole thing and just put your hand in here. So make sure you control the other part so that they all stay put. You see what I'm doing? So I'll just keep wrapping till all the tail is tucked in, and then I'll just take any other scrunchie of my choice and just put that over. So you have a little bit of flyaways. That is okay. It's just going to be like a messy bun. So you can decide to add a bigger one to that, and that gives you another style. And of course you can decide also to use a headband also. So just feel free to switch up things and just create and recreate different looks even with the same things. So I can just decide to put this on like so. And this comes in so many different colors that you can try to match. You can move it up a little bit like so, see, and then it gives you a whole new look. So you can do that. And yes, I see some hanging out. You can just make sure you tuck those in properly. Okay, alrighty. So, or you can decide to move your bun. Some of you like to wear your bun all the way up this way, and I can also show you actually, if you want, there are two ways you can do this bun here. I'm going to show you another style quickly. For this one, you can open it up like so. Open up the ponytail here, okay, and then you just start wrapping. So you wrap out. This one is going to look like a donut. You wrap and then continue to wrap, and just use your hand to guide to make sure it's smooth. Continue to wrap until it's all done. And I'm going to look for a scrunchie here. Let's try this dark green. And that is a donut bun. So I'm just going to reshape. And there's some flyaways here. Okay. So that is a donut bun. Another option you can do. So for this, you might have to come all the way up. This is one of my favorites because if you have heavy braids, it takes away the weight from your neck. But my braids are not heavy, so now you can see the silver I put in there. The silver is only at the back. So always make sure you have everything in there. Take your time. Okay. So now I have it all up, and some people like to do theirs up and just leave it down. So the same thing, we can just fold this into a bun. So if you don't want to do the donut bun, oh, I have one hair here. So if you don't want to do donuts, just pretty much start to wrap. Ensure the whole hair is going. And this one, I'll just make sure it's in properly. So just start to wrap your bun like so. Careful. See what I'm doing? So I wrap it to be smooth, and then I keep wrapping and I keep going all the way around. And then you can choose to secure that with a hair tie first. And then you can just mold it a little bit with your hand. So I'll secure that first to see, and can you see that? So even if I didn't spread it out as a donut bun, but it still gives me what I want. So I'm just going to tuck this in so it's not out there. And I'm going to use, these are probably my favorite accessories to use. So you can use just one if you want, or you can go big and use 3. So that is 2. And usually I like to use 3. Just to give me that little bit of, you know, the wow factor. So accessories just make everything better. So you see that? Okay, so you can do that all by itself, or again, you can use a headband. So there are so many different types. This one is just like a bow tie, and yes, you try to match your color for sure. So you can either go with a bow tie accessory, put it on this side, or put it on that side, whatever works for you. Or I can even use this one. So there are so many different ones you can use. So many different ones. You see, it just adds a pop of color, style, and make it more elegant. How cute is this? So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I'm just going to turn around so you see what this looks like at the back. And that will be all for today. So I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know, do you find it difficult to style your braids? And of course, you can just leave it down. That in itself is a style as well. Until next time, when I bring you another exciting episode, have a blessed and wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See ya.